Hello friends, I'm Joy. In this video, I'd like to share with you my techniques in being able to put your lettering on shells. Come on, join me. For this piece, we're using two pens, the Marvi Uchida DecoColor in extra fine. This is for you to write the name in the middle of the mussel shell. And we're going to use the liquid chrome to give us the silver outline for the shell. If you have a big piece of shell, it would be great if you have the 4mm. I only have the 2mm and I think it's quite suitable for a mussel shell of this size. I'll start with writing the name first. Remember to give your pen a shake if you haven't used it for a while and make sure that the ink is flowing. I'm going to write the name Shelby just because I'm influenced by all the shells that I have around me here on this workspace. If the ink doesn't come out, even though you've tested it, just change the angle of your nib. Write really slowly. The inside of the mussel shell is pretty smooth, and if you write too quickly, sometimes the tip will skid and you might make a mistake. So just go really slowly. Okay, so you can also see here that I'm actually making sure that the angle of writing is something that is suitable to me. I have 3 fingers resting on the tabletop and I rest the ends of the mussel shell just so that it gives me a good base to work from, and I support it also with my 2 fingers, my thumb as well as my second finger, just so it gives me a stable base. I'm going to continue with the L. Feel free to turn the mussel shell if it gives you a much better angle for you to write on. Yeah, so you can use your fingers to help you pivot the shell. Yeah, over like that. So we have the name Shelby. Now we're going to use our Molotow liquid chrome to give us the mirror-like finish on the edges of the mussel shells. So again, make sure that you are stable. Think about how much you want the thickness to be. And then you use the first line as a guide. Can you already see the paint? The liquid chrome, it is really glossy. I love it. I don't really like the scratchy sound. So just turn the shell whichever way you need to, just so that it gives you a much easier grip on the mussel shell as you're writing. Yeah, so I will use this as a guide and then I'll fill in the rest of the outline all the way up to the edge. You just color it in. Go really slowly because sometimes the mussel shells have sharp edges and it might damage the felt tip of your Molotow. So as I mentioned, I have another tutorial that is using the liquid leaf. I think that is a much better way to do a project like this, except that the Molotow is really much more convenient to use as compared to dipping a paintbrush in the liquid leaf. But basically they're both the same design. Okay, so this is just the first coat, but you can already see how glossy the edges are. It's so pretty. I'm gonna let this dry for a while and then I'm gonna go over it with a second coat and I'll be back. Now you can leave this in a monoline form where the strokes are all of equal weight, or you can choose to use faux calligraphy. So if you're trying to use the method of faux calligraphy, again, stabilize the shell with your fingers, 3 fingers on the base of your on the tabletop, and then you will hold your shell with your second finger and your thumb, just to provide a strong base and allow the shell to pivot as you see fit. So if you're doing faux calligraphy, same thing, remember to go really slow because the shell is very smooth and your pen might just skid. So remember again, as you're doing this, to make sure that your ink can flow. So I just tested this on another piece of paper that's outside the frame of the video. So identify where your downstrokes are. Just put another parallel line beside it so that the downstrokes are a thicker weight than your upstrokes. Okay. Then our last downstroke for the Y. You can see that I'm turning the shell just to help me write better on it. Yeah, so we have our faux calligraphy. If you feel that there are some areas that are not as thick, like for example my B, you can just go over it again. Or L. Okay, so you can make your faux calligraphy as thick or as thin as you would like it. Now, I'm gonna go over the outline with another coat of the liquid chrome. You can see from the video it's already dry, so I can put a second coat, and the color is really brilliant. It really is a chrome color. It is lovely. I really like using this pen. Okay, cover all the sides of the mussel shell. And there you go. I'm gonna move the shell so you can see how glossy it is. Look at the mirror-like edges. You can choose different ways of doing this. Like I have another shell here. If you want to show the green, then don't cover it. You can just have the green and then you have the chrome layer, like so. So you can see which one you prefer. Oops. Yeah. Do you prefer to cover the green, or do you prefer to just, you know, have a hint of the green? Have fun creating your own pieces. I actually have a more in-depth class in my Skillshare and Udemy, and you can check it out there. If you create your own lettered shell based on anything that you learned in this video, I would love to see it, and you can tag me on Instagram at joinhands. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.